because Isaiah Thomas was playing him, and he wanted the ball down in the low post, and they didn't look for him.
40 points for Michael Jordan, and Rick Mahorn can't control it. It'll turn it over to Chicago.
Now, Isaiah will come running at Michael Jordan because he's hit that jump shot. No one gives any defensive support, and end of case.
Michael Jordan goes over 40 points for the 14th time this year, and there is the Chicago scoring. What does he mean? When you talk about MVPs, people talk about Magic and Bird and Jordan. Good reason they talk about those three.
And also, the Chicago Bulls are the second leading team in attendance in the league.
Brad Sellers in the game, hits from the corner, and it's 84-81. So Sellers is in now, and Pippen goes out. Sellers, despite the fact he's a 7-footer, the best thing he can do is hit from the outside. They leave Dumars free. Basket counts, and a foul against Detroit. And Mahorn has to be moved away by Laimbeer.
He and Oakley are going at it, and I wouldn't be surprised as this game goes on, if it stays as a tight ball game, that we don't see some action between those two.
Mahorn picks up his 4th personal foul and will go out, and John Sally replaces him. Sellers goes out of the game. And now Sellers does stay in. He will inbound at the other end. So the Pistons style changes with Sally in and Mahorn out.
They can get up and down the court. They're a better running team, but not as physical a team inside.
Oakley crashing the boards from Vincent. Thomas the rebound. Oakley wanted a foul, got nothing. 5-point Detroit lead. Thomas loops it over Corzine. Nifty play by Isaiah Thomas, and he takes over the Pistons scoring lead with 18. Time remaining in the 3rd period. Pistons led by 3 at the half and 3 after 1 period. And they'll call the offensive foul against Jordan.
Now defensively, that's what Detroit wants to do when Jordan gets the ball on the side. Force him to the baseline. That time, Joe Dumars beat him to the spot.
You think he's going to get mad? What do you think? You think he'll start bursting out a little bit, Michael, if he gets upset?
Oh, that's frightening for any opposing coach.
Jordan has kept the Bulls in with his 40. Dantley low post. Corzine clears. 7-point lead. 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd period.
Now, Doug Collins made the point at halftime. They didn't want to allow Dantley to get to the foul line, and they have not allowed him in this 3rd period.
Vincent hits the open jumper. They doubled Jordan, and Vincent hit. Sam has 12. He has been averaging 12 points a game with Chicago. Vincent now on Thomas. Laimbeer. And Vincent the rebound. Sally trying to get it away. 5-point game. Oakley. Corzine. And he's tied up. Jump ball. Dantley and Corzine. And every time Chicago seems to come close, and I don't mean to be a little extra harsh on Oakley, but there is the Charles Oakley taking an outside shot.
He could have gotten better position before the pass was made because he had an open 8 feet. He could have gotten that basketball and just powered it up to the basket.
Oakley has it. Dantley is guarding Corzine. Most of the time is used as a perimeter shooter. Sets a screen for Vincent. Sam Vincent now brings the Bulls to within 4.
Well, he has just added such a dimension to the Chicago Bulls team by joining them, hitting the jump shot, finding the open man, and we're seeing outstanding defense against Isaiah.
Isaiah Thomas, nothing you could do about that. He came off the screen, and Thomas has 20 to lead Detroit. Thomas has been on a scoring splurge as of late. He has averaged 27 points a game in his last 6. High-scoring affair, 90-85 with 2:40 to play. Reminiscent of the first 2 games these teams played against each other. Vincent is red hot. He has 16 now. Vincent has doubled his scoring output. He had 8 at the half. Dumars. Laimbeer with an up fake, loses it. Oakley, Jordan ahead of the field with Thomas. And they're going to call a deliberate foul. And that will be 2 shots and possession as Thomas fouled Michael Jordan, a breakaway foul. So Jordan will take 2 at the line, and Bulls will get the ball back when we return.
Detroit made coming out to start the second half was to double team this man right here, Michael Jordan. And we'll see when he receives that pass right here, we're going to see the double team. We're going to see Isaiah Thomas, and we're going to see Joe Dumars come and double team the basketball in that position. But the next step is John Sally is going to rotate and pick up Sam Vincent, the open man. And that's the way they're going to try and take the ball away from Michael Jordan and stop his great performance so far today.
Michael Jordan will add to his point total. He has figured in 50 of the Bulls' 87 points today with 40 points and 5 assists, and going to the line to shoot 2. He has 40 in the game. His season's high is 52 against the Portland Trailblazers, and his regular season career high 61 right here in the Silverdome in March of '87. Everyone remembers the 63 against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs a couple of years ago. The 42 for Jordan, 90-89, and Billy, the Bulls have been in an uphill climb all day and now in a position to take the lead with 2:14 to go.
And this is the part of the game that Detroit has been struggling over the last couple of weeks. They played a strong first 3 periods and then struggled.
Jordan puts the Bulls in front again, and it's their first lead since the first period, 91-90. Under 2 minutes to go.
I think defensively you have to go out and deny every pass to Michael Jordan. Force him to go backdoor. If he beats you with the lob, that's fine, and you have to live with it.
Hanley is fouled.
Chicago ball.
And Michael Jordan picks up his third. All the fouls coming for Jordan here in this third period.
Now again, Detroit is forcing to the baseline. There's Lambier coming over, giving to the help, but it's too late.
Dantley in against Jordan. Jordan careful not to foul. He didn't want to pick up his 4th. Dantley missed. And the Bulls with the ball and the lead with a minute and a half to go.
Now that's quite a challenge Doug Collins is giving Michael Jordan. Not only to score the points and lead the team offensively, now the challenge of playing a bigger, stronger Adrian Dantley.
They post up Horace Grant against Lambier, who has 3 fouls. And he traveled. Couldn't quite get position against Lambier, who's got a lot of savvy in there.
He looked like he was thinking too much, and anytime a basketball player starts thinking he's in trouble, he's supposed to react to situations. That time it looked like he was looking for the double team.
So now Detroit in a position to regain the lead. Thomas nearly tied up by Sellers. Rodman, this is a 3. Thomas tries to steal. Jordan hits the shot. Well, when I see that tongue hanging out, I know that Michael Jordan means business.
Well, you know, Michael's moving into his new home tomorrow when they get back to Chicago, so I guess he wants to have a nice opening, housewarming.
He has one today. 46 points for Jordan. Fantastic show put on by Michael Jordan. 93-90 Chicago. Rodman fires up a wild shot, but gets his own rebound. Winds up on the deck. And with 33 seconds to go, Rodman, who is a 53% free throw shooter, will go to the line. And the foul is on Oakley, his 3rd. The NCAA Women's National Championship comes up next. Louisiana Tech against Auburn. Louisiana Tech won in '82. They were second the next year, and this should be a physical battle with Auburn. That's from Tacoma, Washington, coming up next.
You know, Dick, we talked about in the beginning the chemistry of this Detroit ball club and how delicate it is with any team, but seeing Rodman's 2 last field goal attempts, it makes you wonder what's going through his mind. Is he unhappy coming off the bench now after starting for such a long period of time? Because he's obviously not a 3-point shooter. Matter of fact, he's not a good foul shooter, except he made those 2. But that's the big problem, I think, with this Detroit ball club at this point.
Not a bad, or it is a bad time of the year to have those kind of problems.
You've got to forget every statistic if you want to be in the playoffs and challenge for a championship.
Sellers has the shot blocked by Dantley. Good play by Adrian. Here comes Detroit. They're trailing by 1, and they can play for the last shot of the period. Danley, by the way, has not scored this period after leading the Pistons with 16 at the half. 3 seconds to go. Rodman